Welcome back. All
Indeed.
right, yeah, you can talk to us on our Twitter handle, Enyimba. Of course, it was a painful loss for some of them, for the
Yeah.
players itself, because you have players like Tosi Omoyele already tweeting and
Yeah,
heartbreak. They were heartbroken by that loss.
exactly. It
They
was a
could,
dagger to the
yeah,
heart
yeah,
because of the time.
of the time.
There's no time to respond when you consider late.
I
So
mean, it's nice.
painful.
They could have done Fergie time and chance if they could do
Yeah.
that, but that Fergie time is still existing, but some teams just know how to do that.
Exactly.
Okay, talk to us about that one, Enyimba. I mean, can they make it out of that group stage with this one? Because right now they dropped to second, Orlando Pirates. After that draw, I mean, they are ahead of them. So next is going to be ES Setif of Algeria. That's the next game they will be playing, and it's going to be at home. So tell us about that. Also tell us about NWFL Champions League. Chelsea, with what they did against Atletico Madrid, are they favourites to win the Champions League title? Okay, Chelsea fans, so tell us this morning what you think about that. Bayern are still there. Once they're there, it's
still
hard.
there.
They're still there.
Exactly.
Man City, of course,
There
they're
you
not
go.
conceding goals. They're still there. But Chelsea, at least, Thomas Tuchel, 13 straight win. 13 unbeaten right
14,
now.
yeah, unbeaten
And the last
14
coach who
right
had it
now,
was
so-
Felipe Scolari. He was on 12. So he's having a good time at Chelsea. Will he win the Champions League for them? Well, tell us about that on the program. Okay, let's quickly talk about Enyimba. Yes, that's the CAF Confederation Cup. We just have confirmation of the results, how it went yesterday. Just in case you missed it, ended 2-1 Orlando Pirates. I mean, they had to 80, 90 minutes. Mombasa, I can still remember that name.
Yeah, you never forget those
I
kind
can't
of
forget the
names.
name at all.
And Orlando Pirates went ahead in that game, and Austin Oladapo found the penalty. And that was 1-1, and it was looking for long periods like it was going to end in a stalemate until Mombasa stepped up to get secure all 3 points for Enyimba. So the trip to South Africa ended up coming short. And,
in Soweto.
yeah, I mean, a lot of people just think whenever you're playing South African opposition, it's straightforward win for Nigeria. But Orlando Pirates, Sundowns, those teams are quite good. And if you're not on top of your game, they will turn you over. And that's exactly what happened to Enyimba yesterday.
Yeah, that's what happened. Austin Okonakpan will be joining us from London this morning. Yes, confirmation of what I mentioned earlier. The results, Enyimba, of course, they moved to second on table, and you have well, the next game, hopefully, they can win at home and be able to at least move up the table. They need to at least get out of the group stage to earn more money.
Got to win your home games if you want to have a chance of going into the next round. So against the Algerian side, it'll be tough.
It will be tough,
Yeah,
right? But they did it again. They did it before, so they can also do it again against the Libyan side. But Algeria can be Libya.
It's different.
It's different, right?
Game.
Different.
Yeah.
All right, Austin joins us now from London. Austin, good morning. It's good to have you join us. How are you doing?
Good morning, Cecilia. Good to see you guys. Good to be on the show. Good morning, Tayo. I'm okay. Nice and easy, guys. Nice and easy.
Okay. Enyimba, what's your reaction to that result? Painful loss, right?
Yeah, I could say it's disappointing because I gave out some warnings when I was on Sports Tonight, but sadly, maybe Coach Fatah didn't watch the show to take to the boys. So it was a tale of 2 goalkeeping errors, a missed penalty, and a fantastic header by Mabasa. That tells you the story of what happened. But Enyimba continued where they stopped in their first match in Aba against the Libyan side.
Ali Benghazi.
It's about Ali Benghazi. It's about taking your chances, guys, particularly when you play away from home. Anayo Iwala had a one-on-one, which he played directly to the goalkeeper, and a couple one-on-ones here and there that they didn't take. And look, when you leave it that late and you're telling your opponent that, look, I can score you, but I'm not scoring you. You're telling them that they need to go and score. And I listened to Coach Fatah Osho at the post-match conference, and those were the same things he said. He said they had the reason to play the way they did because they needed to watch Orlando Pirates, who, of course, was the faster team. It's just sometimes you expect Enyimba to take the handbrake off and just play. And then they're passive. I saw it again against Orlando Pirates. So those are the things he needs to correct. This is the group phase. This is money staring at you in the face. You do so well. You can even go on to win the competition. So there are no rooms for silly mistakes. And that's why they got punished in the 89th minute. Such a painful way to lose that tie, because if they had gotten 1 point out of it, they will sit comfortably on top of the table. And you've got a difficult alternative waiting for you in your next match. So when you have opportunities as they come, you need to take them. So it's sad, but I hope they learn from it. And I'm pretty excited that the players are tweeting about it, talking about it. They feel bad about the results, but it's about being professional. Pick yourself back up and know that you're still in the campaign. You need to find ways to correct some of those mistakes you made against Orlando Pirates.
Hopefully they can do that. Okay. Yeah. Let's move quickly to NWFL, of course, match day 10. It was quite interesting. I mean, the game everyone was looking forward to, FC Europa and Rivers Angels, actually lived up to the billings. It was a tough game. But before we talk about that game, quickly we'll take a look at all other games that were played across the country in match day 10. FC Europa Queens and Rivers Angels 2-1. Sunshine Queens and Dreamside was 2-0 in favor of Sunshine. Nassau Amazons and Royal Queens 1-0. Bayelsa Queens and Pelicans 1-0. So Bayelsa still top, and Rivers Angels can just close the gap. Confluence and Oshun Babes, it was a draw. Delta Queens and Ibom 1-0 in favor of them. And of course, Edo Queens and Abia Angels, Edo Queens 3-1, they won that. Now, Austin, yes, the game we're focusing on, of course, is the game between FC Robo and Rivers Angels. That game, Monday Gift, 24th minute goal, started it for, Miriam Ezeogo goal for Rivers Angels, 61st minute, but then it came a little too late, because in the first half, Monday Gift has already scored 2 goals in that first half, and Rivers is just trying to get back into the game in the second half. It just wasn't to be.
I know. What a story for FC Robo, handing Rivers Angels their first loss of the season. And this will actually push them. This will propel them. And we keep saying it, that FC Robo, they're that sort of team that on a good day, Cecilia, I say it over and over again, that they have the quality to beat any team in the Nigerian Women's Football League. But for some level of development going on in that team, and you see that when they go out and they don't get the sort of result that they need, you know that it's because of some slight, mistake here and there. Rivers Angels will be gutted. Didn't beat any of the Lagos team in Lagos this season. I said it on the show when Dream Stars held them by a goal. I said it will motivate FC Robo, and it did just that. Fantastic result for FC Robo. This is a team that I've watched grown over the years, and I believe that they can continue to do exploits in the Women's League.
Okay, let's get a post-match reaction, starting with FC Robo coach and Monday Gift.
Rivers Angels is a good side. You can't take that away from them. But we planned it that first half, if we score, it's all over. And we scored, and it's all over. They came back. You need to give your opponent some respect. They came back in the second half. They tried, and they scored. What else? Or did they score? The referees allow? No. It's our game plan. First half, go on them, be aggressive. The goal you get, if you are able to get 2 goals, they can't score 2 goals in second half. And that's the game. That was the same team we used against Nasarawa at Nasarawa. But something went wrong. I got to change the game. But the guys called me, my attention to something that, let me use that team against Nasarawa, against Rivers. Because Nasarawa, Rivers, they are all big teams. And I've been making that mistake for a very long time, trying to make sure everybody feels the game. But today, I have to go back to the first game and play. And that was what happened.
Beating Rivers Angel, I'll say it has always been a long dream. I've always wanted to play against the best team in Nigeria and prove myself and prove the team worthy. So I think I'm very, very grateful. The coach only made us to understand that Rivers Angel is a big team. And if we want to be the big team, we just have to come out and be aggressive and be strong, extremely strong, and just try to get our chances at the early stage, and that was it.
When you're playing against a team like Rivers Angels, you just have to be ready, and that was what they did. Although the game was really, really tough. And of course, reaction from Rivers Angels camp.
Of course, unbeaten run over, but they had to be beaten by any team. It was always going to be FC Robo. So and that's exactly what happened. Let's take our post-match reactions coming from Rivers Angels.
Well, I think you all watched the match. I don't want to talk about the referees. I don't want to go about the referees. But I think the board should do something as it concerns at that level. You all watch the match. You play the tape and watch the match. I think I am a very sad man because I played against those who don't want the team to succeed. The game plan spoiled from the first half of the match. And in the second half, we just have to say, let's fortify the team. Because the frustration from the authority made them not to play what they were supposed to play in the first half. And because it has affected one or two of them, we decided to bring two of them out and then fortify the team with Okpe and Ikegwa, Brume. It is a good match. We need to go back and then think of the female football in Nigeria, if it must grow, and why it must grow, and how it must grow. Well, we are the league champions for now. We are the defending champions. And all things being equal, if we wouldn't see what happened here today, it's not only today. It happened in most of the centers, and people cry and cry out. And fines are slammed on them. And those that perpetrated this is go scot-free.
Yeah, we'll go home. We know our lapses. We know what we are lacking. So when we get home, we work on it. At least the coach will tell us what to do for our next game.
Buleye White and, of course, Edwin Okon talking about that game. Okon definitely not happy with officiating. We'll leave it at that. I think the message is clear to
the organizers
and all that, because, I mean, everyone's complaining about the referee. Her confidence wasn't really there. She was intimidated by the players and all that, so it wasn't really a good thing. I mean, I saw the game live. I'm like, okay. I mean, okay.
All right.
Let's leave the Women's League now, right?
Yeah, let's go to the most important league in Nigeria, right, in quotes. That must be said. The NNL, that's another league where it started on a very controversial note. A lot of complaints from teams about referees, about fans, and apparently the NNL hierarchy as well, they have been monitoring the situation, and they are actually, trying to resolve whatever situation they're facing right now, especially in terms of officiating.
For some time now, we got a lot of reports concerning the officiating of the most important league in the country, NNL. And I felt that for me to keep the promise I made to the league, I need to have this meeting with the referees, NFF Referees Appointment Committee. And we just ended the meeting. And they have made their promise. And the fault is not theirs, but that of those who were appointed to officiate the game. And I also want to appeal to, the owners of the club, because they contribute, some of these problems. If you don't make advices to referees, the referees cannot come to you. And if referees even come to you and you said no to him, he doesn't have any option. He has to go and do his job or her job, So, but the idea of, the home team must win it.
NNL chairman Obinna Ogba speaking on the issues surrounding officiating in the Nigerian National League. Austin is still with us. Austin, quick one on this particular matter.
It's a big problem, Tyre, and they're taking the first step, and that's to identify what the problem is and then find ways to address it. I've always, had the opinion that for officiating to actually get better with league football in Nigeria, then it should be taken off the hands of the NFF. The fact that the Nigeria Football Federation Referees Committee still appoints referees for matches, still going to be getting all of these things. And Obinna Ogba made a good point that, yes, club owners are also responsible for some of the things we're seeing in the league. They win at all costs, particularly when they're playing at home. Nobody wants to lose at home. It's like it's a problem if you come to beat a Nigerian football team, club side at home. No, if you don't play well, you're going to lose. And so they put so much pressure on the referees. They make a lot of advances. This is very deep, actually a cankerworm to football worldwide, because People just want to, try to influence the decision of referees. And that's why I remember when I attended the press conference on introduction of the video assistant referee, Pierluigi Collina said, at least no one can approach the machine. So no one can say, oh, machine, do like this and do like that. So maybe that's where we need to go, just so everybody, yes, we still have problems with the VAR, but the VAR recall red cards, recall goals, say penalty should be taken again. Those are some of the things that the human eye will miss that machine can correct. So hopefully, if called it the most important league in the country, it will be good to see officiating improve, because it's just about week 6 and the complaints, my goodness, from different centers tells you that we should get ready for some good drama.
Yeah.
More drama to come.
Not great at all. Not great. Anyways, that's it for the NNL right now. Let's go to, I don't know if you're going to call the NPFL. What are you going to call them now?
The higher one.
Okay. Let's go. Let's take a step up and see what's going on in the Nigerian Professional Football League. Match day 16 games were played yesterday as well, and some very interesting results for you. Akwa United 1-0 over FC Enyimba. Rivers United 2-0 over MFMFC. Abia Warriors still unbeaten in about 7 games now, 1-1 against Adamawa United. Kano Pillars 2-0 over Kwara United. In that game, coach Emmanuel Leonel Sokoya resigned 2 hours before kickoff. That was a shocking one. Indeed, Heartland 2-0 over Wikitoris, and Warri Wolves goalless against Jigawa Golden Stars. Austin, I know you want to start with Akwa United versus FC Enyimba.
So for saying that, I will mess you up and start with Rivers United.
Well played.
It was a good win for Rivers United. I think they needed to, get that one going to exude some confidence, because I think they were doing so well in the league until some of the setbacks that happened in the CAF Confederation Cup. And they're a big side with a lot of quality, so beating MFM takes them a step closer. I understand why Coach Emmanuel Soksha of Kano Pillars got frustrated. I mean, for a team that a lot of persons thought were decent, that they brought in, paid a lot of money. You'd expect that they show some level of... Look at some of the games that Kano Pillars have lost this season.
Yeah.
There are games that you expect that win. 5 seasons ago, even about 2 seasons ago, they can easily go and get points from those games. So we don't see this often in Nigeria football. Tells you he's a foreigner. He's not
the French guy, so no nonsense.
So Kano Pillars with that win will be like, oh, let's do it for the coach. And but it is what it is. Coaches are hired to be fired. They didn't want to be fired, so it took a walk. Good victory for Akwa United, and I can come to that. Akwa United needed to win that one. Also to show that they've got the mental strength, because particularly what happened to them on their way to Kaduna to play Jigawa Golden Stars, they needed to go back home, pick themselves back up, dust the depth of their shoulders, and they did that one against a decent FC Enyimba team, who of course is also looking for points. So with that victory, Akwa United moved to 4th on the log. They are also a team that can compete for this league title if they have everything, particularly if they had started well, guys. Just imagining Akwa United had a good start to the season with the run they're showing down. That's the problem. It's a club problem. They have to sit down and say, guys, what can we do to make sure that your first 10 matches you are flying? If Akwa can do that, I think they have a team that can actually go on to compete. You mentioned Abia Warriors. What a story. I think the ultimatum changed it for Coach Emama. From that ultimatum till now, we've seen Fire is now 8 games unbeaten for Abia Warriors. They go away from home, pick those points. When they want to win, I said when Abia Warriors want to win, they win big. You chop 4. That's how they do their thing, So Coach Emama is using this team to tell some persons that, look, I know the league, I understand quality. And if you look at this Abia Warriors team, I've been one person that keeps saying that they are a decent side, that no matter what you do to them, they are still attacking you. They are like Dakada. So it's a very good team. Let's see. And somebody will say, oh, they would have beaten Adamawa United. No, Adamawa United is also enjoying a good form.
They're struggling.
They're struggling because of their bad start.
But
the last 5 games, they've shown that, look, they can compete also.
All right, Austin, yeah.
It was a good win. Definitely a good win. And just to wrap up, Tayo, they said the NNL is the most important league. The NPFL is the big boys league.
Big boys league. All right, Austin, on that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, just quickly look at today's fixtures if we have time. Oh, Champions League, of course, just a few times with you. All right, Thomas Tuchel, all the players contributed, of course, beating Atletico 3-0 over 2 legs. I mean, Chelsea fans should be proud.
They should be excited. Incredible start to his career as Chelsea manager. Apart from not losing, they've conceded just 2 goals in 13 games. Indeed, 11 clean sheets in 13. And, of course, that's down to the heroics of Edouard Mendy in goal. Okay. He's kept 6 clean sheets in the UEFA Champions League, 7 appearances. So we can see why Chelsea are in a good space at the moment. Let's take a look at the quarterfinal lineup. Like we said, it's now complete. And Austin talked about the 3 Premier League sides still in the competition, and they can go on and get each other in the quarterfinals. There you go. There you have it. Defending champions Bayern, Chelsea, Dortmund from Germany as well. There's also Liverpool, City, Paris, Porto, and Real Madrid. The draw will be done tomorrow in Nyon, Switzerland. And like I said, no country protection. Anyone can get anyone. Yeah. Let's take a step down now, Cecilia, to the Europa League before we look at some of the tweets. Okay. Europa League
games.
Round of 16. Our second leg ties will be played. And there's no bigger than the matchup between AC Milan and Manchester United. First leg ended
1-1.
1-1. So it's pretty much half time.
Yeah, half time. That's what it is.
Exactly. And they have their work cut out. That's Manchester United, because San Siro can be a very difficult place to go and win. But before we continue analysis on that match, let's take a listen to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. All right, okay. There are other games as well, too, before Solskjaer. Arsenal, Olympiacos, Dynamo Zagreb, Tottenham, okay. 2-0 already from the first leg. Molda, Granada, okay. 2-0 from the first leg as well to Shakhtar Donetsk against Roma, 3-0. AC Milan, Manchester United, that's the one we talked about, 1-1. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been speaking ahead of that game. All right, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is expecting a very difficult test against AC Milan tonight at the San Siro. And it's only even going to get more difficult because Zlatan Ibrahimovic has now been past fit to play this game. Recall he missed the first leg at Old Trafford because of injury. So Zlatan definitely will be looking to rain on the parade of his former club.
He wants to do that, especially now that they've lost ground in Serie A. So he knows and understands that, yes, Europa League is one way for him to win another title. Now, of course, Cavani is a huge boost for United too. I think Pogba is also back. I think so. I mean, it's a well-balanced team for both sides. So no excuses for injuries or anything. So they had to put their best foot forward and see who's going to go to the next round. Arsenal already have opportunities, so they know that there's no way except I don't know what will happen.
Capitulation.
So that's where they cannot progress. So I think they already progressed there. They can take a cue from the Champions League. If you win the first leg convincingly, not even convincingly, even if just by lone goal, opportunity to win second leg, and that's it. Well, let's take a look at our tweet for the day before we wrap up the show this morning. I'll start with the Noble Flyer man, what he had to say. He says, Chelsea was selfish yesterday in giving away possession. I mean, Tuchel is a technical guru. Enyimba lost to a better team, and they should please take their chances. He talked about Obi, he talked about Mboma, he talked about Zuwala, all of them that lost their chances. We saw the game was kind of painful. I fear this might haunt them later. Yeah, kudos to Oladapo, the captain, fantastic, always step up every time they're playing.
All right. Okay. More tweets. This time, let's talk about Silas Sabo. I'll get a message as well. So you commend Enyimba for keeping it on level terms until late in the game, and you see a more focused spirit will help them in their next matches. You see them going through eventually into the next round. You're also happy and delighted with the performance of FC Robo.
He's the former media officer, remember?
Yeah. So we'll see what you're doing. The allegiance is very obvious. So thank you for your tweet, Silas. More tweets here, this time coming from Sam Echibe. You're talking about Manchester City. Manchester City doesn't look like they are going to be back down anytime soon. So I can comfortably tell you that the Champions League is theirs this season. Really?
Okay.
They've never been to the semi-finals before.
Quarterfinals, they are bust up. Okay, Bosun Gunforowa says Tuchel has shown his Midas touch on the Chelsea team. It's not the same team. It's as if it's not the same team that Lampard managed. Joy is sending us this message. If Bayern is eliminated by any other team in any of the remaining stages before facing Chelsea, then Chelsea is winning the UCL because Bayern can be a threat to Chelsea. Okay. All right, we need to leave the studio now. Business Money is up next. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Cecilia Amongbe. Have a great day.
I am Tyre Salam. Enjoy the rest of your day.